What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to The Order, and I want to talk about one of my favorite teams in Midnight Suns right now. This is sort of a follow-up to a previous combat mission breakdown that I did, focusing on Hulk, Nico, and Spider-Man. I decided to swap out Nico for Doctor Strange to see how this team would fare. My main focus was trying to find a really awesome team with the Hulk and Spider-Man as well, who's like one of my favorite characters in the game. And Strange is obviously very OP as a support character, so I've been wanting to see how this team fared, and so far, I have been crushing Ultimate 3 missions with this group, 3-starring them, and I want to show you guys one of those missions to kind of highlight why this team is really awesome. And let me know in the comments below as we watch this video here, let me know in the comments below what has become some of your favorite teams in the game, and I would love to hear who you all have been rolling with and who you guys are liking in terms of favorite team comps and combinations in the game. So let's go ahead and get into this right now. So we got Spider-Man, we've got Hulk, we've got Doctor Strange, and what makes this team fun is that Strange has the support capabilities to help keep Hulk upright when Hulk is busy trying to build his rage, and his skills just really make this team sing. And then you've got Spider-Man there to offer some fill damage and low-cost cards. So we're going to start this mission off with Strange using Winds of Watum to get a quick and some heroism here. He's also going to draw some cards, which is awesome. My Winds of Watum, I'm drawing 2 cards on one on the other, which is awesome. So you're getting through that deck a little bit faster. We've got World Breaker in our hand right now, which is Hulk's big ultimate card or legendary card. I absolutely love this card. It is it's absolutely insane. I have literally cleared missions on the highest difficulty levels with a raged out Hulk using World Breaker. It's a disgusting skill. So right now, kind of focusing, this is a capture Hydra agent mission. So we've got to, of course, remove that protection on the agent and then capture them. Of course, it's going to bring in some reinforcements. So timing that capture is really important. You don't want to use it too early or at a moment where you're going to all of a sudden be overridden with enemies. So let's figure out how we kind of unravel that mystery here. We're going to use a challenging roar on an enemy that was already taunting Hulk. I don't necessarily want too many enemies, of course, taunting Hulk, because you guys remember from the previous video, Hulk got killed. So I'm going to use it on an enemy that's already taunting Hulk, and that's going to allow us to still build rage from all these enemies that are taunting Hulk. Now we're going to use Winds of Watum back here to get rid of an enemy that was taunting Hulk. So again, we got that rage from challenging roar, but we're not about to get getting massacred by a bunch of enemies here. We still have another minion down here that we're going to want to get rid of. So we've got 2 card plays and a lot of interesting stuff in our hand. Vapors of Valtor for the conceal. We've got a hero combo, World Breaker, Agamotto's Gaze, which would set up another turn with 4 card plays, which is awesome. Got some Spider-Man stuff in here as well, and Web Slinger for the strengthen. So kind of taking a look at how I want to approach this. Again, we haven't really focused at all on the Protector just yet. Kind of just making sure, first of all, that Hulk is not going to be overwhelmed by too many enemies, because I really want him to pop off, especially with that World Breaker now. You look at the bottom now, World Breaker is doing 463 damage, which is crazy. With the forceful knockback, that's going to be absolutely killer, and I think I'm going to actually use that here on this one. So we're going to use Agamotto's Gaze right now. That's going to set up the next turn. It's going to give us 2 heroism, which now sets us up for a World Breaker, and it gives us those Winds of Watum back, which is awesome. So let's actually go ahead and use one of those wins, and that is going to give us cards. We're going to get 2 more cards. So our hand is going to be looking like an Uno hand after getting hit by the draw 4, man. We've got a lot of cards in our hand right now, which is great. I decide to go ahead. This is a bit early to use the World Breaker, but at the very least, it's going to thin this out, these enemies out. It's going to remove the protection, all that. Again, a little bit early. I might have wanted to save this, but I mean, World Breaker is it's just always so alluring because of this. It's just so absolutely ridiculously OP, man. Again, I've got some really amazing clips of this, like clearing out the end of a mission, just killing everybody. It's absolutely, I mean, I do want to do a video like ranking all the legendary cards, and I'm trying to think if there's a better legendary than that. I don't think so, though. Darkchild from Magic is up there as a really cool bailout skill, but man, Worldbreaker is just disgusting. Okay, so the field has been thinned out here. I don't think we've used our shove, and I think I'm going to end up using the shove up there, not here. That's not doing anything, but I think I'm going to use this shove in the back because there's an enemy with near the drop. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use Hulk, 83% chance, pretty good number, and get this Dark Legion up out the paint. All right, great. So again, the protection's been removed. We got a lot of low-level enemies, low-health enemies left to go. 2 targets on the Hulk, which is not ideal, but Hulk can handle this. 2 targets is fine. Hulk can handle 2 targets. Plus, he's got Rage, and he's got Counter, so he's going to do some really good damage. This elite enemy is going to be taken out pretty quickly here. We're going to get the reinforcements. Cool, cool, cool. And again, remember, we did play Agamotto's Gaze, so we now have the 4 card plays. So what that means is now we can capture the Hydra agent and still have 3 card plays, since capturing does cost a card play. And again, what I like about this team is using Agamotto's Gaze for the extra card plays, and then having Spider-Man also on hand to be able to do, like, again, environmentals and Infernal Spider for the free card play. So you free up so many card plays for Strange and for Hulk with this combination, which I like a lot. Okay, so now we've got strengthened, and we're going to use it on this chain strike here, and this is going to remove the protection and clear out much of this enemy field here. The protector is now super duper 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 low, and the Hydra agent can be captured. I believe we still have 3 card plays here. So yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, we'll have 2 card plays left to be able to capture the Hydra agent. Again, when looking at great teams in Midnight Suns, I talked about this way back in my best teams video before launch, and I feel like the first half of that video is still very relevant in terms of what I think works best as far as conceptually for a team, which is you need 3 things. A diverse amount of DPS, right? Good single target damage, AoE damage, and all that. A good balance of the heroism meter, so don't have a bunch of characters whose best skills all use heroism. So you have someone who's generating the heroism and have someone that is using that heroism, right? And then damage mitigation. Like, how are you going to actually mitigate enemy turns? Do you have a character like Doctor Strange who's going to pop conceals? Do you have a great tank? Like, you have to figure that out. So whenever you're actually assembling a team, and how when looking at this team right here, this team has that. Diverse DPS, Hulk's doing crazy stuff, Spider-Man's doing environmentals and, pick-pack damage here and there, fill damage, if you will. Strange also has his knockbacks and good stuff there. You have the damage mitigation, Hulk can tank. Strange can offer those conceals and resists. And you've got, again, a great balance of the heroism meter because Strange is generating heroism with his passive. Spider-Man is not costing you a lot of heroism. You can funnel a lot of that into Hulk for a lot of his abilities, which we're going to use right now, actually, I believe, on Thunderclap. First things first, though, we need to actually cure Hulk because he did have Wounded on him, which is going to hurt him every time he does an attack, so we definitely don't want that to happen. So we're going to go ahead and use Thunderclap here. I do actually make a bit of a mistake because my joystick did not want to cooperate, and I missed the stun and the damage, the knockback on the guy back here. But the good thing is here, we actually did stun the 2 enemies that were targeting our characters, so no one, I believe, on this turn ends up doing anything. I think we're going to knock this guy back and send him down the drop. 82% drop rate, that's pretty good. Okay, now he is KO'd, baby. So yeah, as you can see, those 2 enemies that were targeting, looks like Strange and Spider-Man, are now stunned and are not capable of doing anything. And the other enemies that just came in, they are not going to attack on this turn. They don't have allied targets on them, so which is great. So now we want to see, we have 1 card play left, and we want to see what we can do with this card play. We do some redraws here to get Quick Kick in my hand, which is great. We do have a minion back there. So let's go ahead and get them out of here. Do a little bit of knockback damage to the guy in the middle. So again, we still have another card play. We do have Gamma Kick, which is awesome. Good forceful knockback, a taunt, and it applies weak. Hulk is really good, man. I really think that if you can just keep Hulk out of harm's way, he is really up there in terms of great characters, because it's very easy to build up his rage, even without taking damage necessarily, like challenging roar and smash. And then if you can just keep him upright with resist or anything, the amount of damage he does is just disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. So that's why I was really trying to figure out a team that really works best with Hulk, because I think he's a really good character. I put him in my good but flawed tier, but he's right on the borderline between like just really being all around great, to be honest with you. So we start this next turn with Infernal Spider, since we had a lot of Spider-Man stuff in our hand. And again, this is what I love about this team, because now we've got Spider-Man about to pop off and do a lot here, and he's not going to cost us any card plays from this. So we're going to start with up here. This is going to debuff the heck out of this enemy group. I love up here. Again, I pointed out in another video, because, you know, if you've got a bunch of enemies that are held together, this is going to do great debuff and nice little splash damage as well. Really cool skill. We did use that spider sense earlier, so Spider-Man also has resist on him and full health, so he's in great shape. So now it's trying to figure out really how to clean up this little enemy group over here. So we got bleeds. Everybody's got bleed from the up here. And they're all, I believe they're all weak as well, which is good. So just kind of now look to see what would be the best play here. I'm going to get that axe out of my hand. And now we get Mighty Blow, which, again, look at the damage on this right now. 675. Insane amount of damage right there. And I believe it's crit, too, which is just disgusting. Hulk does not need crit, okay? Game. Hulk, raged out Hulk, does not need crit. That's just unfair. Let's go ahead and use Mighty Blow here. This is going to eliminate somebody. We can eliminate this guy over here, I think what we do, because he's isolated. So let's get him out of here. And actually, you know what? It's knockback, right? So it's going to eliminate somebody else. Let's go. Get them out of here. And now we're just down to these three enemies over here. And we still have a card play. Again, we did a lot. We've done a lot on this turn here, man. And it's all because of that Infernal Spider giving us those free Spider-Man cards, which is great. So we still have one more card play. Enemies all have bleed on them. Everybody's in good health right now. This is a really good team. Like, again, this is one of my favorite teams. Let me know in the comments below if this is a team that you've used, or if you might want to look at using it, or give me a team that you guys think is underrated, a team that's become a very personal favorite of yours. I would love to hear in the comments what teams you guys are rolling with, because I would try some different combinations that I may have not tried before. So now we're going to use Gamma Kick, and this is going to do a lot of forceful knockback damage on this guy. Get him out of here. And again, that enemy back there has the bleed, and he's going to bleed out. So this mission is pretty much clear. And again, you know, look at how much we were able to do on this turn. We didn't even really need to use too much, you know, in the way of damage mitigation, the cards and stuff on this mission, because we did a really great job of doing some stuns, getting enemies out of the way that were doing, you know, heavily targeting some of our characters. This team just really crushed it on this one. And yeah, so that mission is done. That is, again, an Ultimate 3 mission with the Hulk, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange. And let me know again if you guys have used this team. I love it. It's a great group, some really great characters working well together. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Have a great day.